Okay, this week on Simba's in the Kitchen with a Silver Spoon, we're going to be making authentic dumplings. First, we need to dump this. This is pork. This is old minced pork. Usually pork comes in the shape of a pig, but today is slightly different. Now let's chop some Pak Choi. Okay, first off, we've carefully rinsed our Pak Choi. Remember to do this away from your eyes and make sure you get all the coffee grounds out of the Pak Choi. So we're just going to chop it up. For those of you who have never chopped before, this is the way to do it. The trick is to use a very sharp knife and not to really care whether or not you hit your fingers. Ow. Ow. Ah. This technique is called ribbing. That'll do for us. Okay, so while you've gone, I mixed it up a bit with this spatula and added some very complex spices that I'm not going to mention again. So now we take the greens and we add them to the to the bowl. If they stick on the board, you know, just leave them there. We've probably got enough in the bowl. Okay, now we mix it. This may take up to 30-40 minutes. So join me back with gold. Now we're going to add some important spices. 5 millilitres of chicken salt. A quarter gallon of corn flour for binding. And as much Tabasco as we can. Oh, all the Tabasco. Now we're going to mix it up again. But not before adding a splash of cod liver oil. That's too much. When you do it, add less. Now we're all mixed. It's time to start casing. Today we're using Tasty Time dumpling dumpers for our dumpling cases. Okay, so after washing your hands thoroughly, remember to keep your eyes away from your face, you take your first dumpling piece and add a little bit of your delicious dumpling mixture. That's just good. Abracadabra, a dab of water just around the edge of the dumpling case. That'll be our glue for this evening. Then what we do is we crimp up the edges, not like they do in the Mighty Boosh, but as a folding technique. You probably will have seen this if you've ever been to a Cornish pastry factory. That's a beautiful dumpling. We'll pop it here for later. Okay, so we've made about 7 dumplings now, and they're just about ready to be cooked. If your dumpling looks like the Sydney Opera House, you're doing a swell job. That was awful. That's a dumpling circle. We add 76 grams of our mixture. Then, using our fingers, we add some of this water-based glue. Water on the edge of the dumpling. Then we crimp with our special crimping technique that we learnt from a friend. Your friend can be me. Folding it over, doing this one-handed, is a masterful technique. Note it down. That's our finished dumpling. If yours sounds like that, you've done a swell job. Split it with its friends. That's the tip. If you run out of water whilst you're doing your dumplings, you can easily buy some more at your local corner shop. There's no need to go to a giant grocery store. Now they're coming along lovely, but here's some I made earlier. Now for the last stage, it's the frying stage. Today we're using a cast iron frying pan, one that you might find at any of your local frying pan tailor. Okay, and now here the technique is to gently dump the dumplings into the pan, one at a time. There we go. Let's check back in 20 minutes. Okay, now we've washed our hands again, we can see that all of these are frying nicely. If you listen carefully, you can probably hear them sizzle. Yeah, you can turn your volume back down again now. That's why we wear an apron. So now we've put our apron on, it's time to stir. I'm going to use a wooden spoon. They're coming along nicely. Now we flip them over, they're all upside down. Thoroughly cooked. We can add them back into our collection pot. Get in the bag, you fucks. And there's no need to wash the pan afterwards, you can just wait until the next time you want to cook dumplings. Now they're in the dish, we can take them over, and they're ready to serve. My serving suggestion is on a plate with too many carrots garnished with freshly cut veg. And they're eaten with traditional cheese tools. We know they look good on a plate. How do they taste? They taste very nice. 10 out of 10. So Nick, now you've had one.
I mean, there's definitely meat in it. And that's a plus. And it's also delicious, which is another plus. It's all out of 5. That's 5 pluses for me.
Changed my mind, I liked the carrots best.